Hello, welcome to the video. Today I'm going to be showing you my new 2016 Mercedes Sprinter. So I had to get a bigger van because I've slightly outgrown my old one, offering all these different services. I've fitted a ladder on the rear door and a roof rack for my ladders. And now I've got to try and figure out the best way to organise the inside. I haven't got any racking yet, but I knew that I wanted everything to have its place. I didn't want things just floating around in the back. Being such a big space, I didn't want to waste any of it, which is why I've put the ladders on the roof in the first place, rather than losing headroom and having them inside. So first thing on the list was to tackle my water-fed pole and my high-pressure power pole, along with my gutter cleaning equipment as well. I got in touch with Daniel from ProGrip, and I've placed a custom order which he managed to get printed and sent out to me before I needed to start using the van, which was really important. Now, to take the custom measurements that I sent him for all of my poles, my broom, my gutter vacuum poles, and then to put them into his 3D software and actually create a product for me and ship it out within a week is just so impressive. And I've asked for them in a specific colour to match all my equipment, which is probably very annoying for him, but they're great, they've arrived, they're perfect. And on top of that, he's also given my viewers a 10% discount on orders up until the end of March. So if you go to the website progrip.uk and use the code SMOUT10, you'll get 10% off your order. I don't get anything from this. I'm not affiliated with ProGrip, but I do like promoting businesses that I think have got a unique product. And I actually managed to meet Daniel. We arrived at PWS and neither of us knew each other were going to be there, which was a nice coincidence. I can't explain how pleased I am with this. How good does that look? I feel so organised. I just hope everything's in the right place. I mean, they're very easy to move around if I need to, but look at these even. I don't know if anyone's seen these yet. Just a little shelf holder for these. I don't even think they're totally necessary, but it's just that extra bit of protection if you go over a bumper, they do sort of drop out. Very, very cool. Got my broom on the door as well. Awesome. Look at all this space for activities. Oh. So tomorrow, what I haven't told you guys is I'm going to visit PWS and they're going to be taking the pressure washer out of that van with the forklift, because it's a very heavy one now. Not something I can lift by myself. So they've invited me down and said we'll use the forklift, take it out of there, pop it in there, and they're going to do some other little upgrades as well, which I'm very excited about. Also, I don't know how, because I measured it so many times, but I've managed to get this ever so slightly wonky, and because there's this straight line just above it, it's quite clear, and then when you step back, I don't know. Can you tell? Just looking at the straight line down the door, like it's noticeable now. That's very disappointing, but oh well, it still works. I'm not going to re-drill those holes. Right, we're in the new van. Heading to Stafford now. Got the Dogo. I've just noticed this. That's not good. A little bit concerning. Okay, we've arrived at PWS in Stafford. So we're going to be taking this machine out, sticking it over in there in the new van, and they're doing some very tasty upgrades for me today. Sophie's been an absolute gem and brought the van over. Took the day off work, didn't you?
Yep. You owe me.
Got the doggo in the back. I think we're going to be putting, Darren reckons, having the tank on this side and then the machine here. She's out. Hey? The rest is up to me. Yeah, I was wondering whether to upgrade to one of your tower tanks.
The 250 tools?
Have you got them?
Yeah. Or 500?
Yeah, not 500. I think I'm happy with the 250, but I just wondered if we'd save any room by getting the tower one.
Well, it's that the other way.
So it would save quite a lot of room then, wouldn't it? Is it baffled as well?
Yeah.
So here's the old tank. And then This is the new one. Exactly the same size, but it's just way skinnier and taller. Go on then, you pair do all the work and I'll stand here and film.
Oh, hold on, you're going the wrong way. Comedy of errors now. It's got to go this way, the exhaust is the opposite way. Pumps back to front because Jake don't.
I didn't build it.
Made to fit. Like a glove.
Beautiful.
That tank's exactly the right size.
Yeah, it is,
well.
that's perfect. I would still like to walk past here if possible to get in and out.
There's always one, isn't there?
You haven't got all these big handles on.
What are you saying?
We're going to cut these off the side and just paint little square bits green.
You're not painting anything green.
Here we are, we got him.
Hashtag,
It's got to be done.
hashtag now the Green Army.
Converted.
I spent so much money to get this powder coated orange,
Yes.
and it's staying that way.
Like Chris said, we'll paint it green for free.
Yeah.
It's money in the bank.
I don't want it green.
He's gone straight and got the green frame.
Yeah, so the issue is, ideally, I'd like this turned around the other way so we can put a pressure gauge on here. But the exhaust is facing the wrong way to be able to do that.
Well, and we just got there's a little bit of supply shortage on these exhausts. So when one comes in stock, we will do the shuffle.
How good are you welding?
No, I can't be asked to do that.
I don't
Did you
weld.
get that on,
Yeah.
on thing?
Do you hear that? He can't be asked to help.
What Chris is getting at is we could lop it, turn it, and re-weld it.
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Oh, we better do that today.
Well,
Let's
you
go
can
get
get the opposite side from Honda, but they're about 160 quid plus VAT.
Stop being tight, buy one.
No, I'm tight. Everyone knows I'm tight.
Squeak when you walk.
Right then, so what we're doing now, so for all the Jake's viewers on the Smarts channel, hello, I'm Dan from PWS. This is Jake's lovely orange, do we call it a self-built machine, Jake? Is that what we're going with? I know it's one you built with...
No, H2O in Bromsgrove built it for me, and I powder coated the frame. And you're quite fond of the orange, aren't you, off camera?
Yeah, I love the orange. Although we are going to paint it today free
No,
of
we're not
charge,
going to paint the frame.
green. When Jake goes to fetch dinner in a minute,
So he's going to get dinner.
he will come back and it will be green. So what we're going to do today, what we're going to do is we're going to sprinkle a bit of love and magic on it. We're going to remove some of these fittings here and these plastic fittings here. We're going to change this for all stainless steel out this side. We're going to fit here, because you've got a new tank going into this van. We're going to fit here some of our Alpha, they're simple stainless steel mounts. You can have a drain for your tank at the front, so you can empty your tank. And we're going to have a fill at the front, so you can fill your tank right from the front, and probably put a second one for a hose reel that you may put in at a later date.
Oh, beautiful.
It'll be inside, so we'll put two fills on this side.
That's amazing.
Um,
I don't know any of this, by the way, guys. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. So
I think we're going to jump the VRT3 and we're going to move it to a K series so you get a bit softer start, so you're not getting chucked around.
nice.
And then we're just going to work our way through it bit at a time and just basically bring the bits and components to what I would consider to be the right ones for this size machine. So although these work with it, it's just like we talked about before when we rated the build, it's just not optimal. It could be prettier.
Yep.
So I'm all about pretty, so we'll get that done. Zip ties,
Amazing.
pinch,
Darren, if I remember correctly,
pinched pipe.
I know,
yes, but
who
Jake,
put this on?
my Jake.
My Jake.
Yeah. You can zoom in on this. You pinch the water inlet,
I haven't done anything.
right? I'm just saying you've pinched the water inlet. So we're going to get rid of all this.
Yep.
We're going to put really nice spiral hose on. We're going to clean it because he says he loves it, but it's filthy. We're going to clean it, it's going to look pretty, and then go from there. I think we're going to have to extend the battery wires because the battery's going to sit in a different position and sort it out.
You're just full of insults today, you are.
I'm in a good mood today. I'm in a good mood. It's the end of a busy week.
So what we've done, when I say we, I haven't done anything here. Rather than turning the exhaust around, paying loads of money to get that done,
We've done something called MacGyvering it.
Darren's put a nice big flexi tube going underneath. It's going to come out this side. Now we're going to make some sparks. You know what? I hate angle grinders. They scare the shit out of me.
Right. Do you want to play?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
18 volts of Right, so working on Jake.
I just got that last bit.
Which bit did you get?
Don't matter.
I'm not saying anything. Right, so we're working on Jake's machine, and we're just going to do a little bit of fuel filter, like top tips.
Your eyes look so blue against that green hat.
It's because I'm sexy, innit? You know what I mean? Right, so if you look in here, you'll see that the filter. So for those of you that don't know much about filters, John's going to be quiet while we do this. Right, for those that know nothing about filters, there's several different types of filters that you can buy. And this is a... Hello. Hi, we're just filming for YouTube here.
Well, if you're doing some work.
Okay, thank you. Right, so for those that don't know about filters, there's many different types of these filters that you can buy. This is what we call a paper element filter, and this has got paper inside. This is a nylon filter with nylon inside. So very traditionally, this was always traditionally what you would use would be a paper filter. But as you can see here, if you get any kind of damp, so see where it started to pull in like that, so it's no longer flat, look.
Yeah.
So that means that that's blocked and it's starting to suck. So your engine will be struggling. So we're going to replace that with a nylon filter.
Beautiful.
Like that, and then your engine will be back up and running again.
Lovely. What on earth is an oat cake?
Hot trees.
And here we have the lesser spotted My Jake smelt.
Should I dip that in then?
Yeah, dip it in. Dip your end in, Jake, in there. Bit of oil on. All right, and then
Top two?
top two, and top two again, slow and steady.
Be good if I had a battery in it, wouldn't it?
That was the test.
That was a test. With a pack. Can't push when you're on wheels, can you?
For the viewers at home, we've deliberately given Jake a blunt drill bit. All the way through, my Jake.
Yep.
Double dip. So just to time stamp this, Jake, we're now at 2.5 minutes, and we've nearly drilled one.
Right.
How's that then, mate?
Three more now, isn't it?
3 more, yeah.
Right, we're just swapping this over. Just took the old trigger off. And we're going to swap it for one of these. This is new. 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 This I'm trying to convince Darren to give me this to adjust my revs. This is new.
Hashtag Green Army.
These are new. You're not putting them on?
Maybe not. See that? So these are your standard hose lock fittings. Happen to be Karcher branded, but these are the same as we call them Gardini fittings, the ones that use round the garden. And they have a teeny tiny little hole in them. See that? And then that's a high flow Nito fitting.
Ooh.
Proper size hole. So even if you run great big hoses like 3/4 hoses or even inch hoses, if you use these to connect on, you're instantly restricting your flow down. Nito, made in Switzerland. Although this isn't a branded Nito one, I'm going to go fetch a branded Nito one. These are the ones to have. Best fittings in the market for this type of thing.
Yeah.
And they do them in all kinds of sizes, but we're going to use a 3/4 to 3/4 on your fill hose like that.
Because I've been running 3/4 inch hose, which is great for like more potential flow, but yeah, I'm restricting it down to that every time. So
we're going to adjust yours to have one of these to give you even more flow.
amazing.
So what Jake's machine was missing, any machine of this size, to start it, when you first start any large jet wash, there should be a valve on this side where you open it and it stops the pressure being trapped. It means the starter motor can turn around and nothing's under load. So, and your machine's missing that, so normally be a valve here already. So the needle valve is a controlled version of that valve. And what that valve does is it bleeds off or opens up a little bit of the flow off the pump and sends it in a different direction, which reduces it, which gives you less pressure at the other end.
Do you reckon that could be putting unnecessary strain on my pump and potentially on the engine?
When you first started, definitely.
Do you think that could be why I've got a leak on this gasket over here?
Maybe. It's wildly difficult to start in the morning. Is she particularly difficult to start?
It does take a couple of cranks. Yeah.
And some mornings it might feel really tight, like it's...
Yeah.
Well, that will stop this.
Perfect.
So we're going to go dead simple. See, these needle valves happen to be all 3/8 fittings. We're well aware that these are a weak point, but they're a means to an end, and you just carry a spare one on the van. There isn't any better than these for doing the job, but we are aware that they can vibrate and leak. We're going to put a 3/8 fitting in there, 3/8 elbow. We're going to put the needle valve in. Well, I say we. Jake's going to put these in.
I'm going to have a go.
Jake's going to have a go at putting these in. He's going to put it in like this, and then we're going to put a tail in the bottom, and we're going to send the water back to the tank so we don't make a mess over the floor.
Do I need PTFE on any of these?
Right, so we'll do this. We'll do the chat. I did this chat on Squeaky Dave's.
Did you?
Yeah. So let's talk about fittings and what you get inside fittings. So when you have a fitting that's got a cone fitting like that and a cone fitting like that, you don't need PTFE because the cone touches that, that seals.
Yep.
When you go to a flat fitting, so flat to flat, if this isn't tapered, you can fit something called a Doughty washer, which is a washer with a rubber seal on it. So you can just tighten that bad boy up tight against that. That one's obviously tightening up against that.
And there she is. I've done a good job there, haven't I, really?
Not with me.
We just volunteered you to walk the dog around.
Makes me so happy when you look at neighbours like that.
Look at my new exhaust. Because we wanted to change the way it came out. I've gone under there, they've put these nice exhaust fittings on it. And now we're doing a pressure gauge just here. Nice posh one, look at that. Ooh. Now I can actually
Do your job properly.
do like a set pressure for each surface now.
Now in the comments, what you've got to do is you've got to tell us if we need to put a chrome exhaust tip on Jake's build.
What
when he comes
size?
back.
What size is this?
Not out to you.
45 mil.
It'll be a twin chrome or an oval chrome like a Porsche.
Yeah,
Just there.
like a Porsche.
Like a Porsche. You want it oval like a Porsche.
We see if we can get a triangle one because it's under.
We'll have to get a Honda one, yeah. We'll have to get a Civic Type R one.
Yeah, just two triangles here and then we'll pipe it one in each
Yeah,
one for you.
yeah.
So again,
Ready to go.
video. Shh.
So that all the way out. No, that all the way out.
Yeah.
And then
I thought you were covering your ears there.
the unloader valves turned up too high. Okay, it's the next day. Just been out shopping for the day. It's Saturday. I thought I'd just take this opportunity to get everything swapped over because I'm not insured on that van anymore. So I'm officially working out of this one now. I'll put my ladders on top. Everything's installed. I'm just sort of placing things in there at the moment, just trying to figure out where everything's going to go. I can actually fit both vacs in here now if I wanted to as well, which is just gives me a bit more freedom. and I don't have to keep taking things in and out every day. My surface cleaner for block paving, and I've got the other one for just like patios and stuff. Just got a wheelbarrow because I'm doing a roof scrape tomorrow. All my extension leads and stuff. Yeah, it's feeling pretty organised. My friend might be buying this van and setting up his own pressure washing business, and so I'm just sort of test fitting, seeing if I've still got all the bits from my old equipment. Basically, I've put this tank back in this one, hooked everything up, return to tank bypass. Got the suction hose down the bottom here. Got my old 30-meter hose reel. Just the basics to get him going, really. The only thing I don't have is a high pressure hose and a lance. I think he's probably going to want a mounted hose reel here. That's what I had before, just so we can leave everything in the van. And then I think he's good to go, to be fair. This is the end of the video, but I do just want to say a massive thank you to all those who continue to watch my videos, everyone who tunes into the live streams every Monday night, and a special thank you to all of the paid members of the channel. This community is just growing bigger and stronger every day. I read every single comment. I might not have a chance to respond to all of them, but I do appreciate all the thumbs up on the videos, the likes, all the new subscriptions. And the main goal of this channel is just to try and help people that are just starting out in the industry. You know, if you find it interesting, as long as you guys carry on watching, I'll keep making videos. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.